Hello, my name is Lloyd Lawrence, and this is my card game Salvation. There are 53 cards in the deck. The 12 Apostles of the Lamb. And there's 2 cards each of the Sacred Heart and 2 cards each of the Immaculate Heart. And there's 1 Old Man card. It's a branch off of my board game called Salvation. And it branches off from this here game. This game came first. And the card game came second. And I was thinking that the card game might be easier to produce than the board game. So I thought I'd offer this one first. It comes from Sacred Scripture and Sacred Traditions. The Sacred Scripture is from Matthew chapter 25, verse 14. It's about the parable of the talents. There was one man whom the Lord gave 5 talents to, and he went out right away and started trading with these 5 talents, and they gained 5 more talents, and the Lord was pleased with that servant. And the other servant came along, and the Lord had given him 2 talents, and he went out straight away and was trading with those 2 talents, and he gained 2 more talents. So when the Lord came back, he had 4 talents to give to the Lord, and the Lord said, "Well done." But the other servant, he wouldn't use the talent, and he buried it in the backyard, and he had some things that he said that wasn't true and wasn't nice. And that's all in chapter 25 of Matthew. But that's what this game is all based on. The talents that the Lord left with his servants. It's a game kind of like fish. You draw cards from each other's hand. But it's a lot different too. Because instead of how many pairs you win, the game is won by how many talents you have at the end of the game. There's 153 talents possible. Just like the 153 fish that St. Peter drew to shore when the Lord was resurrected from the dead. Each apostle is worth a different amount of talents. Then at the end of the game, when you count all your talents up, if there's 2 or 3 players, the old man is worth 1 talent. But if there's 4 players or more, the person who has the most talents is given all of the talents that the player had with the old man card. So if a player has the old man card and there's 4 players or more, he loses all of his talents to the person who has the most talents. Then they count all their talents up again, and whoever has the Sacred Heart or the Immaculate Heart, or if they have both, they double their talents once. So it's possible for the player with the least amount of talents to win the game by doubling their talents. And it's also possible for the person who has the most amount of talents and receives all the old man's talents to win the game.